Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in the first intermediate class. Our lesson today will be from the English book, the Super Goal 1, in the second semester, which will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Al-Harbi, and the sign language will be presented by Mr. Fawaz Al-Agil. So welcome everyone. Our objectives for today's lesson. Today we hope that at the end of this lesson that you will be able to read about the unusual houses, not in the regular houses. And also number two, we hope that at the end of this lesson you will be able to answer questions from the reading passage. So before we begin, let's try to review what we have learned from last time. Last time, if you remember, we talked about a conversation. We have listened to a conversation between two friends, one of them named John and the other named Tom, and they have talked about their houses and what do they like about their houses, and we have listened also to how many bedrooms they have in each their houses. Do you remember what was the favorite room for each one? What was let's for example say it, what was the favorite room for John? Could you remember? Very good. Yes, John's favorite room was the living room. John said that my living room is my favorite room. What about Tom? What was Tom's favorite room? Could you remember? Very good. Tom's favorite room was his bedroom. And why? Why did Tom say that my favorite room was the bedroom? Very good. Because it says it has my computer. Very good. So this was the first part we had in the last lesson. And also, if you remember the other part, we talked about, or we gave an example about what do we prefer in our homes. And if you remember, I described my home and I said that my home is small and it has a balcony. And also, if you remember, I asked you as well to tell me about your home. What do you like about your home? And you can describe it for us. And also, as John and Tom said, just tell us about your favorite room. So we gave sentences like this. My favorite room is, for example, you can pick anything you like. You could say the living room, the bedroom, or any room that you like. And also, tell me about the things that you have in your bedroom. For example, if it's one thing or one object, we would use there is. But if it's more than two things, we would use there are. For example, we can say there is a TV, there are lamps, and so on. And also, tell us about the things that you have inside your room. For example, if you have a closet, you would say, it has a closet. It has a TV. It has a computer, and so on. So this is an example we gave from last time. And also we ended our lesson with two questions about your bedroom. For example, we said, what is in your bedroom? Just tell us the furniture that you have in your bedroom. And also, what is under your bed? What are the things that you usually put under your bed? Maybe extra blankets, maybe books, or even maybe some toys. Very well. Today we have an interesting lesson also about houses. So, if you could see or have a look at this picture, okay, what do you see in this one? What do you see in this picture? So, here we have, for example, a river. We have trees. We have a boat, maybe. And we have houses. 1, 2, 3 houses. What can we tell about this picture? Are these houses? What do you think? Very well. Yes, these are houses. We can see that people are living here. Here is a yard, and here is a bicycle, and it is floating. It is on the river. These houses are on the river, as we can see. So here we have two things. We have a house, which is this one, and we have a boat, which is this one. So house and boat, what do we call such these places? We call them houseboat. Houseboat. So again, here we have house and we have a boat. So what do we call it? We call it a houseboat. I have another picture for you. What can you see in this one? What can you see in this picture? So here we have rocks, and maybe this is doors. These are doors, and here are windows. So what do you think this one is? Very good. Yes, these are caves. These are caves, and people who lives in these caves. As we can see here, this is a house next to a cave. So as we did with the previous one, so here we have a cave and we have a house. So this is a cave house. This is a cave house. Now, I would like you, please, we will learn more about the houseboats and the cave houses as well. So everyone, please open your books on page 53. Open your books on page 53 as we're going to learn more about the cave houses and the houseboats. On page 53, you will see a text. You will see two texts. The first one will talk about cave houses. The first one will talk about cave houses. Let's listen to this text and then we will discuss what we have listened to. And you remember, you don't have to understand everything. Just focus on the information you understand or the word you understand, and the rest will be understood as we follow. So the first thing I would like you to do now is that while you listen, you follow. While you listen, you follow with the speaker. So let's start and learn about the cave houses.
Cave houses. There are many cave homes in southern Spain. However, the homes are made by people and are not natural formations. These houses date back to the 8th century. The area near Granada is very hot in summer and cold in winter. But the temperature in the cave homes is about 19 to 20 degrees Celsius all year round. The houses have electricity and running water, and they are dry and comfortable. Some cave houses are very large and have 10 rooms or more. The houses are usually very quiet, too.
Very good. That there are many cave homes in Spain and they are made by people. Those houses are made by people like me and you. And it's not natural formation. So these houses dated back to the 8th century. These are very old houses and they are in very hot summer and cold. They are both in Spain. Both of these houses are in Spain. Okay? And the temperature in that cave homes, inside the cave homes, the temperature between 19 to 20 degrees Celsius all year. So it's not very hot and it's not very cold. And also the houses have electricity and it have also water. So not only electricity but also water in these houses like any other house. And they are dry and comfortable. And some cave houses are very large and have 10 rooms or more. So they are not small houses, but they are very big and may have 10 rooms or more. And also they are usually very quiet. There is no noise. It's usually very quiet houses. So this is about the cave house. Let's listen.
Cave houses.
See the other one here we have. Here we're going to talk about houseboats. The same as we have seen from the first picture. Let's listen to the text about the houseboat. And remember again, while you listen, you follow. While you listen, you follow. And remember, you don't have to understand everything. Just follow while you listen and things will be understood while we study. So let's listen.
Houseboats. There are over 10,000 houseboats in the Netherlands. Many are on Amsterdam's canals. These are old barges that are now homes. Lots of artists and young people like to live on the houseboats. Also, Amsterdam is very crowded, and there are not enough houses for everyone, especially in the city center. So houseboats offer people the chance to live right in the city. Houseboats in Amsterdam have one thing in common: they all look different.
This text talks about the houseboats in Amsterdam. The houseboats in Amsterdam, and they say that they have not one, not two, they have 10,000 houseboats in Amsterdam. Why do they have 10,000 boats or houseboats? Because it says here that it is very crowded, that Amsterdam or that city is very crowded and there are no enough houses in the city. So this is why people live in houseboats. And who could live or who wants to live on a houseboat? That says that only artists who wants to live or have a chance to wants to live at this houseboat. So the artists and people like to live on those houseboats. So now we have, we are familiar with houseboats, we are familiar with cave houses. We have listened to two texts, one of them about houseboats and the other about cave houses. Now let's move on and try to answer a couple of questions about these two unusual houses. So here we have three questions regarding the houses we have just listened to. Okay, we have now for the first one 3 questions about the cave houses, and we have 2 questions about the houseboat. So let me read you those questions, and then me and you will try to find a proper answer for each question. So the question number 1 says, are the cave houses cold or hot? Are the cave houses cold or hot? And the second one, do they have modern facilities? Are they like the new homes have modern facilities? And also number 3, how big are the cave houses? How big are the cave houses? So these are 3 questions about the cave houses. Let's read them and try to find the answer, elicit the answer from the text itself. So the first one, are the cave houses cold or hot? Let's go back to the text and try to find out the answer. So here is the text, okay? We'll need to follow with this text and find out where does it say whether the cave houses are hot or cold. So it says here that the temperature in the cave homes is about 19 to 20 degrees Celsius all year round. What does that mean? It means that the caves are not cold and not hot. They have a mild temperature. So we'll go back to the questions and we write down this answer. The answer said that the cave houses are not cold or hot. They are the same temperature all the time. Whether if it's in summer or in winter or any season, the temperature will be the same. Very good. Now let's move on to the second question. Do they have modern facilities? Do these cave houses have modern facilities? Let's go back to the text and find out the answers. So this is the text. Let's find out whether they have a modern facilities like any other regular home or like any other home. So as you can see here that these houses have electricity and running water. These houses have electricity and running water. So we go back again and we said yes, they do. They have electricity and running water as in each house, as in any regular house. Question number 3, how big are the cave houses? Are the cave houses small or big? What did the text say? Let's me and you go back to the text and find out the answer. It says here that some cave houses are very large and have 10 rooms or more. So it means that it is very big and has 10 rooms or more. It's even bigger than the regular houses. Let's move on to the question about the houseboats. So, how many houseboats are there in Netherlands? In Amsterdam, how many houseboats? Are they 1, 2, 100 or more? Let's go back to the text and find out how many houseboats are there. Very good. Yes, we have here 10,000 houseboats. 10,000 houseboats in Netherlands. So this is a very large number. And what about the second question? Who likes to live on a houseboat? Who likes to live in a houseboat? Let's go back to the text and find out. It says here that the artist and young people likes to live on a houseboat. So we go back to the answer and we write down this one. Artists and young people like to live on a houseboat. Very good job. Now we have answered all the questions related to this text. We still have a very interesting question to be asked, which is this one. In our hometown, in Saudi Arabia, are there any unusual houses in our country, and what are they like? So remember, are there any unusual houses here we have in Saudi Arabia? I can help you with one. Yes, we do have unusual houses here in Saudi Arabia, which is, we call it Mada'in Saleh. We call it Mada'in Saleh. These are unusual houses which happens to be in the north of Saudi Arabia. And these we call it unusual houses because it's made from rocks, and it is not like any other, it's not like any other home. So for today's lesson, we have learned about the houseboats, the houses that are floating on boats, and also we have learned about cave houses. And also we have learned maybe a new news for you, that we have also unusual houses, which is called Mada'in Saleh. But don't forget, for the next time, I need you to think of more unusual houses and try to have a look at it, just to increase your information in regard of unusual houses. So, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you soon.